Hello folks, and today, this is the BlackWeasel, and today's One Piece chapter 824. We're gonna get right to it. So yeah, I just came from work, so I've already been dying to read this chapter after some major events happening, and after all the introduction of new characters and whatnot. Name of the chapter is called... Ah, fuck! What the hell? Nah, it's just my alarm clock that fell off the chair. Name of the chapter is called... Little Pirate Games. There's a wallpaper of Luffy, Robin, Zoro, Usopp, Sanji, Nami, Chopper, Brook, and Frankie, Straw Hat Crew, going on a Ferris wheel. This is the zoo Ferris wheel. Zoro is drinking booze as usual. We have a Japanese wallpaper. Of course, I can't read. We have a real life picture of Sanji. Some more promo stuff for film Gold. Well, we have the actual poster. We have the Shadow Crew is dressed in black. The movie's coming out on July 23rd. Anyways, the name chapter is called Little Pirate Games. The people on a Sunny Go are shocked. Someone yells at what? The Revolutionary Army got beaten. Like everyone's stunned. And then Pedro says, if I remember correctly, aren't you the Revolutionary Dragons? And then he gets interrupted by Luffy. Luffy says, ah, Sabo, that's my brother. And Pedro says, And Brooks says, the one you said you met up with on Dressrosa, you got another brother? And he's the Revolutionary Army Chief of Staff? That means he's the second strongest member. And Nami's pissed the hell off, and she said, why is that all your siblings are crazy, dangerous people? And Luffy says, wait a second, does that mean that this person here next to him, Dragon, is... And then Nami says, of course. Your grandpa said so 2 years ago, didn't he? We have a flashback of Gar picking his nose as usual. It's kind of funny. He says, while he's building the door, he said, your father's name is Monkey D. Dragon, a revolutionary. And then we have a full face shot of Dragon's face. And Nami says, Dragon, the commander-in-chief of the Revolutionary Army, is your father. And Luffy says, this guy's my dad? And Nami's pissed. She's so shocked. She said, how are you just realizing this now? And then Kara said, what? Luffy, your dad is the boss of the Revolutionary Army? Apparently this is the first time that Luffy sees his dad's face. Like, he had a close call with Dragon back in Log Town in chapter 101, but Smoker's punk ass kept his head down. Like, it was so out of whack. And then Nami says, I have thought you'd be more curious about who he is. He's beyond famous. Robin even stayed with him quite a long time. And then Luffy said, first time I've actually seen him. Doesn't look a thing like me. And then Luffy says, anyway, I'm worried about Sabo. And then Brooks says, well, a picture doesn't do his present justice. Yo ho ho. And somebody says, oh, Luffy. Nami says, based on intel from an unidentified individual, they're able to locate the Revolutionary Army headquarters. And Nami says, except by that time the Marines and Cyberpole arrived, the Blackbeard pirates had already destroyed the place, apparently. And Luffy yells out, Blackbeard? He said, those guys. And then Nami said, why would Blackbeard go after the Revolutionary Army? I don't know why, because Berger's happy to land on Balzago. It's fate at work. And then Luffy says, on Dressrosa, Sabo and the champion guy fought. Maybe that has something to do with it. Oh, he hit the nail right on the head. And then Pedro says, it seemed that Yonko Blackbeard fled after briefly clashing with Cyberpole. Wait, he fought with Cyberpole? What the hell? And then Pedro said, however, there isn't much information regarding those killed or wounded. And then Chopper says, oi. And Pedro said, if perchance your father or brother were captured or even killed, that would be huge news. I'm certain they wouldn't leave it out. I guess we can tentatively say that they are safe for the time of being, at least. And Luffy says, yeah, oh yeah, you're right. And Chopper says, oh, you're Luffy. And Luffy says, what is it, sheesh? Chopper says, I'm fine with you making food for us, but is the kitchen supposed to look like that? Oh, and they caught on fire. And, and this jackass says, oh, I forgot to turn off the stove. And something goes on fire and exploded. And somebody says, exploded. Put out the fire. And somebody says, wait. Nami says, wait, a storm's coming. Eh? And I think that's when the scene changes. Nope, there's a storm coming. And Kara is scared. Yeah, what the heck is going on? Is that Electro? And then Nami says, quickly, furl the sails. They get shredded by the wind. And somebody asks, what about the fire? And Nami said, the rain will put her out. And Luffy says, oh, sweet. And then Nami says, there's nothing sweet about it, dumbass. And the scene changes, whereas they're dodging some waves. Everyone's yelling like, ah, and some people yelling like, ah. And then Nami said, you need to help out too. And then Brooke says, I'm half dead, woman. And the scene changes onto Zoo. And then somebody says, so, right now Kara's selling seas. And somebody says, so it seems. And then Wanda says, why didn't you mention this earlier, Barity? And Barity says, I'm sorry, Gosaru. I wanted to, Wanda, but Kara said, if I told everyone, they stop her. And Kara quietly gathered up her things. And Wanda said, now I see. And Wanda says, she bribed you, didn't she? And then the monkey says, but it's not like Carrot wanted to betray you, Wanda. And she puts the hat on his head. And then Wanda says, I know, it's okay. I'm glad I learned sooner rather than later. I was actually beginning to worry when she gone. And then Wanda says, if Luffy and the others, she should be okay. And then Wanda says, dude, please get some rest. And Wanda says, if you want us to keep watch, we can post guards. And Duke says, our enemies probably have a favorite car leading into this place. How in the world did they get their hand on such a thing? I can only hope it was lost along with their ship when Zunishin sunk it. Inu says, they'll come back again one day. We must be wary. And Wanda says, yes. And the scene changes towards underwater. And then there's a bunch of fishes. There's a wreckage. And somebody says, come on already. Oh, fucking Jack. He's still alive. And Jack says, someone come and pull me the fuck out of here. And we get to see his face. That's his face. He's got like shark teeth. What the hell? I can't believe that's Jack. Wait, is he floating? No, he's under the water. How is he still breathing underwater? Shit doesn't make any sense. And the scene changes towards a certain country. And somebody says, Lord Jack's Joker rescue mission ended in failure as well. And somebody's sniffling and somebody's glug glug a certain country. I think this is Wano or somebody else. And somebody says, with this, the final nail has been driven into the coffin about a synthetic devil fruit smile trade. And somebody's crying. Oh my god! It's Kaidou. Like fucking Kaidou is here all along. He's crying. He says, "So you're telling me we won't be able to make any more gifters?" Wow. And then his underling saying, "I guess today he's been a sentimental drunk." And Kaidou starts bawling. He says, "Wow! I had my heart set on an only level fruit user private crew, the best this world has ever seen." And Kaidou says, those kids just killed that dream half grown. Poor Joker, you just happen to be too damn weak. What the hell? He's gonna tell Doflamingo that he just happened to be too damn weak. And then one in Minion said, but this Straw Hat, he's been generating quite a lot of buzz. And we take him lightly. And Kaidou opened his eyes. And then there's a shot of him drinking his booze. And Kaidou said, if we take him lightly, he wanted the poster off. He rips it off, and somebody's... He gets a mace and he whacks it. He whacks the bounty. He whacks the one to post it into Minion's face. Like. And Kaidou said, if we take him lightly, just what the hell do you think will happen then? And he flings the minion straight up in the air. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. And the minion has been flown sky high, way the hell away from here. And Kaidou is still drinking. And we get a full shot of his eyes. And Kaidou says, just who the hell do you think I am? Oh my god, that's Kaidou's full face. And the minions are scared as hell. He said, now he's transformed into a raging drunk. And Kaidou says, Straw Hat Luffy, Trafalgar Law. I know them, alright? They're from that generation. All they did was take out a Shichibukai or two, and now they're really hot shit. They should be well aware that they're stuck their noses into my dealings by now. Well, Law already knew that to begin with. Like, Law is a sneaky fellow, but damn, like Kaidou, his face is scary as hell. Like, and then Kaidou said, "Gulp! Oh wait, tell him. Go on, tell him." He said, "You idiots better run, cause up until now you've been simply playing little pirate games." And Eustace, Captain Kidd. Oh my god, he beat the hell out of Captain Kidd, like. Cause like back in like I think 3 chapters ago, Captain Jack got beaten to hell, and then there was a scene change, and somebody was stuck in a cell, and it had been Kid all along, but apparently Apu was working. I think he betrayed the Kid crew. It's scary, like. No, I mean it's also at the same time. Well, let me get a swing of my Dr. Pepper. Now, the scene changes towards a thousand sunny. Somebody says, "Bro, it's freezing." And then Luffy and Chopper said, "I'll close up the roof." And Nami says, "Good work." And Luffy says, "Okay, the storm's gone, and I fixed the roof that the storm blew away. I also kept the food safe, so now everyone can dig right in." And Brooke, Wanda, and Chopper all yell out, "Yay, food, I'm starving." And everyone is surprised. Gah! And Luffy says, "Oh, is it that good?" And Luffy says, "It's the Luffy special, my secret random curry." And Nami said, "Luffy, you have to boil rice before you eat it." And Chopper said, "What is this bitter purple stuff?" And Wanda says, "Why is there so many fish bones in here? And why do you put in so much jam?" "Oh, that's the bitter purple stuff." And then Pedro says, "What is this strange transparent jelly substance?" And Picom says, "What did you do to deserve this?" And Luffy says, "Bunch of ingredients. I go all my way to make all this for you, sheesh." And then Luffy yells out, "Blech, gross!" Like he eats his own food and he's already disgusted by it. And the people yell out, "We told you." And Luffy says, "How am I supposed to eat this?" And the people yell out, "Don't ask us." And then somebody yelled out, somebody said, "Sanji would be so mad if he saw how much food you wasted." And Nami is shocked. And when she walks in, she said, "We're at a provisional store here." And somebody says, "Yeah, I messed up a bunch of times, so I ended up having to use all of it." What the heck? And Nami says, "You used our entire week's worth of supplies in one go?" And Luffy said, "Well, you're also hungry." And the scene changes, and then the narrator says, "And thus Luffy and his friends find themselves face to face with starvation." What the heck? God damn it, Luffy. And everyone's surprised as hell. What the heck are we supposed to eat? now. And Tommy says, right, I'm so hungry. And Luffy says, Sanji, save us. And the scene changes towards towards a different sea, and it says a few days later, Big Mom's pirate ship, and then Mushu starts bringing brr, 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 brr. And then Sanji says, "You think this was snow?" And somebody says, "More, haha! It's cotton candy swar. It's cotton candy snows the swar." And Sanji says, "The Dende Mushis have been ringing off the hook." Wow, so sweet. And Tamako says it's because they're picking up the warning frequencies, Bon. This area is already part of Mama's territory, Soulful. And Sanji says, do the waves reach over there as well? And Tamako says, indeed, that is the number 28 Tarte. It must have been some type of food theme. And Tamako says, a small branch of our Big Mom pirate. I mean, for real, if this wasn't Big Mom's ship, it would have been shot down, Bon. Huh. That makes sense. Must have been like a real security territory. It's like a mafia form, you know. Don't step on my territory, otherwise you will wake up dead one day. Anyways, Tamako says, stop playing hard to get and join our Big Bomb Pirate crew, along with the rest of Gurma 66. What the hell? Sanji's not part of Gurma 66. What the heck? Tamako says, that is what your father wishes of you, Amor. And Sanji says, he and I no longer have any relation. I cut my ties with him long ago. And we get a full body shot of him. And Sanji says, I'm just here to talk. Tamako says, don't play the proud fool. Mama is in a more welcoming mood than you think. And Tamako says, of course, she knows that you're part of Star Crew's Civil Play, and that you're once a chef on a floating restaurant in East Blue. She thinks very highly of you, Bon. And Tamako said, depending on your skills, you may well find yourself in quite comfortable circumstances. Indeed, you are. And Sanji said, cut the bullshit. Listen carefully. These hands are mine. They only exist to make food for my friends. Wow, that's a bold statement. Now, Sanji says, I trained like a madman and gone through hell and back for that reason alone. I bet there's guys that are missing my cooking right about now. Maybe on control because they don't have a chance to taste it. Yeah, that is true. Like, a couple pages ago, they were starving. And Tommy goes, Mwaha, how foolish. Sanji says, mistake or not, there's not a single dish I served to a group of people that saw fit to kill their own crew member. And Tommy goes out the incident with Becomes. He let his personal feelings get in the way of his assignment. Big A was right to do what he did. What the hell? Tamako is siding with Big A? I wonder what the hell Big A is at. And somebody says, Baron Tamako. And Tamako says, V2. And V2 says, a picture of a lady pudding has arrived from Whole Cake Island. I guess he should get his heart ready, or rather, V2 says, marrying someone just after meeting them is indeed a cruel fate, so consider this a courtesy. And Sanji says, marrying someone after a few days of getting to know them is pretty much the same damn thing. Who the hell ever said I'd marry her anyway? And V2 said, well, why don't you just take a look? Sanji says, Sanji looks and V2 says, this is your bride-to-be. The 35th daughter of the Charlotte family, Lady Charlotte Pudding. What the hell? Oh my god. Yeah, of course it's a pretty girl. And this is an amazing plot twist. Alright, it's been like 5 straight chapters, and that's the end of it. I wonder how long it'll be before there'll be a break. That's Charlotte Pudding. And that's the end. So much going on in One Piece world.